admired, demons will explore these innate desires. And a time will come, your desire will not be for God. Your whole life will be trapped within this three-dimensional world. You will be looking for, feedbacks from men, accolades from men, commendations from men. And then this is why you will find the average Christian is distracted and he does not know. Even sitting here in the house of God, how many of us can confidently say that the totality of our being is represented here? If you know how distracted we are as a generation, 5 minutes is the span of the attention of the average man. 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you have lost him. As I'm talking to you now like this, you are with me for only 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, something there, for some of you, is a simple thing. They'll just come like this and say, you sure say you close your window? That question, they will carry you from the church like this. You will now. For some of you sitting here, they'll just say, what if rain fall? Or, are you sure you warmed that stew? What if it's spoiled? You are gone. You are gone out of the house. It's too easy to remove you from anything that you are supposed to be present in. Meanwhile, seeing that distraction has this kind of grip over us as a generation, the princes are not only interested in distracting us, they want to create addictions around your distraction. Addictions. So that your distraction is now on an automated mode. They don't need to be the one telling you again. Many of you, you are addicted to certain apps on your phone. You are addicted to certain sites. You are addicted to certain activities. And if you are not careful, you will find out that there is little or nothing you will do with the time God has made available to you. And so if we want to be deliberate about fighting and winning the war against distraction, we will actually begin to gather ourselves deliberately. First, you start mechanically. Build to-do list. Build to-do list into your day. For example, at the end of today, there must be clearly spelled out activities you want to achieve in your tomorrow. And when you start putting it out, be ticking them as you are achieving them. That is how you know that you have had a successful day. Any day that does not have a set of activities that has been itemized to be achieved, you have allowed that day to be open to any other thing. You will not even know what you have done with the day. Meanwhile, your life comes to you one day at a time. What you are calling the future, it comes to you. Your future comes only one day at a time. The future is not an endless span of time. The future is one day at a time. So the future you are waiting for now is your tomorrow. That tomorrow, what have you built into it? What have you actually built into tomorrow that will help you keep and maximize your use of time? If you don't have to-do list, many spirits, they will explore that vast open channel of time that nothing has been put in within that span of time. Number 2, fire extinguishers. If you are writing, please write liturgy. Liturgy is spelled L-E-T-H-A-R-G-Y. Liturgy means tiredness, weakness. Weakness. We went to read one day, I think in my 300 level on campus. I and my friend, we were in the class. And so I got a bit tired. I bowed my head, just to rest a bit. When I raised my head, I saw, how many of you have seen these soldier ants that move in colonies? In that they are straight line. There are many. I saw things that look like soldier ants, but they are bigger. Many. They are around him like this. That my friend. And they were moving very fast, like it was in a speed of light. I saw that any movement they do, his eye would turn to that direction. If they move, so he was just turning. That's all I saw. And then the vision just cleared from my eyes. When I started sharing with him that see what I just saw around you. A lot of tiny, tiny looking creatures. And they were moving, and any direction they take, your attention goes there. He looked at me and said that he has had that encounter before. And that he has seen some activity of things around him. And the Holy Ghost told him that he is distracted. So the average distracted man, you are not distracted because you don't have what to do. You are distracted because there's an installation around you to make sure that your kairos season, your kairos moment, you will miss it. Encounters will be designed from the realm above. You will not be able to be sensitive. You will come and pass spiritual exercises. You will not know. Because all other things will be catching your attention. Impulses will be bombarding your soul. You will not even be able to do the things that can prosper you. There are activities of elements, of entities in the spirit that keeps men preoccupied. You will know that you are not lazy. You will know that you are not lazy, but there is actually nothing you are doing. You will look at your life and you will know that it's not like you slept throughout the day. You knew you were busy. Actually, in the night you were tired. But you got tired doing nothing. You are under attack. This is one of the tools that registers for fire extinguishers. You can carry so much passion. By the time they open you up to this attack, you just find out that your intensity has started going down. Your fire has started to decline. After a while, the same you that was burning with zeal for God, you will become ashamed of the things you once professed. It's because an attack has been deployed around your life. Now, just in case you are here and you have observed that you know what you ought to do, but you cannot see yourself doing it. Huh? This is one of the tools the devourer uses. The thing this spirit eats is time. The Bible calls it different names in scripture. It calls him the caterpillar. It calls it cankerworm. It calls it the devourer. He says, I will restore the years that the cankerworm, the palmer worm, and the caterpillar. So what these ones eat is time. They eat time out of people's lives. You will just realize that you woke up one day and you are 50. But it is by 50 you woke up. You just realize that what is happening? You are already 50. That one, the spirit just allow you to wake up briefly. They know you will soon sleep. The next time again you wake up, you are 70. This is how many people's life, they host you like a video game. You are just repeating the same cycle of distraction. They bind you with an addiction to your distraction. That distraction, they will build an addiction around it. Some of you, even this last night, you slept with your phone in your hand like this. It's a sign. The phone held you until you became unconscious. If we come and find you there, it means that you no longer have the power to say it's time to sleep. You stay one place. The phone held you until you died. And when you wake up in the morning, your first is, where's my phone? It will happen for 365 days. You have wasted 1 year again. The next year again, it will happen. They will bind your distraction to an addiction. I think we should pray for a minute. I don't know the area where Satan has occasioned distraction to make sure you are not conscious of the fervency and fire you touched when you entered the holy altar. Somehow, the moment you leave the four walls of the church, your consciousness leaves the spirit. Your consciousness leaves spiritual things. Your consciousness is drawn towards worldly things. It's because you are distracted, my brother. Again and again I cry, oh Lord, fix my Again and again I cry, oh Lord. Again and again I cry, oh Lord. Fix my gaze on. Listen, I want to show you five fire extinguishers. But I've only made any progress, if I have, in even introducing one, distraction. Please. I have been begging God for utterance since I have been working like this. What I want to discuss with you, only utterance can deliver it. See, there is a very intimate connection between your sight and your thoughts and your confession. It's like a domino effect. Anything that can catch your sight suddenly will become your meditation, because your eye is the gate of your soul. If your eye can look at it long enough, it will enter your mind. The moment it enters your mind, it has entered your meditation. Since it has entered your mind, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will naturally start speaking. So Satan knows that the only place to labor is to catch your gaze on something. If we can catch your attention here, leave that attention on that. Don't tell him to do it. Just allow his eye to see. Job says, I made a covenant with my eye. He says, my eye does not have his freedom to wander as it might. I have guarded my sight with a covenant. He says, why shall I look upon a maiden? I made a covenant with my nose. That, you see, this whole progression of distraction, it starts from what you give attention to. The moment your attention is captured, your thought is about to be dominated. Your thought is totally helplessly at the mercy of what captured your attention. So anything that captured your attention is already a thought flowing into your mind. Before you know it, your mouth will finally do the final work. He says, with your mouth, you are either condemned or you are justified. The power of life and death is what? In your tongue. All of these things happening, they are waiting for your mouth to speak a prophecy over your life. So you stay like this. The news is showing you people dying. The news is showing you government is failing. The news is showing you people in hardship. The news is showing you insecurity here. That thing you are looking at. That's why Smith Wigglesworth says he does not read the newspaper. He says the world will not penetrate his heart. He says we will make the news. I was reading about him. He said the world should not become breaking news and we Christians should read. He says we are the breaking news. They should read about us. Because as you continue to read about this negativity, all of these things not working in the country, your heart will take a posture. One day, unknowingly, you will find your own mouth too. Will say, what kind of country is this? The moment you say it, you too, you can never prosper in a country that you have released prophecy over. Your own mouth also said Nigeria is a failed state, as you said it. How can you prosper in a place you have prophesied doom over? So he says when men are saying there's a casting down, don't join them. Don't try it. You will say. Now, that doesn't mean that you are experiencing it already. You are not experiencing. He said, but start talking it. Joshua 1:8. This book of the law shall not depart out of. It starts from your mouth. You have not started doing it yet. Start talking it first. Shall not depart out of your mouth first. He says, but thou shalt meditate upon it day and night to observe, to do. Guys, you will not even know how to do, but start talking first. You are not meditating on it yet. Start talking first. There is an intimate relationship between what catches your attention to what you are meditating on, and then to the utterances that leave your lips. This is how terrible distraction is. Distraction can shape your life.